Let's begin on our backs in Shavasana. Lie all the way down on your mat. Stretch your arms and legs out long, close your eyes, and begin to develop a deeper connection with your breath. Breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. Start to even out the lengths of your inhales to match your exhales and find that connection within yourself. Slowly start to transition. Draw your knees into your chest. Draw some circles with your knees concentrically. Lubricate your hip joint. Go the other way. Really work into your joints. One more time. Switch directions. And then draw your knees into your chest, give them a squeeze. Begin to rock and roll the length of your spine. Gather momentum with each pass until you come up and over into tabletop position, hands and knees. Stack your wrists under your shoulders, your knees right under your hips, and then push the earth away to find an engagement in your 360 core. Inhale, cow pose, tip your tailbone up, drop your belly, open your heart. Exhale, cow pose, cat pose. Push the earth away, draw your belly towards the sky. Inhale, cow, open forward. Exhale, cat, round your spine, separate your shoulder blades. You can start to draw some circles with your chest here. Just explore the movement of your spine. Close your eyes and ask your body what it needs in this moment. Just move intuitively, always with your breath. Barrel roll your chest, roll your neck out, go side to side, up and down. Walk your hands slightly in front of your shoulders, step your feet back, come into a high plank position. Press the earth firmly away, engage your core, squeeze the distance between your hips and ribs, and lift the backs of your thighs. You can stay right here, or take it a step further. Lift one of your legs off of the earth. Point your toes straight back. Make sure to keep your hips level. Use your core to support you. Switch it out. Lift your opposite foot back. Breathe into it always. Take a big breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. First down dog of today's practice. You can add some movement into your shape. Pedal out your feet, shift your hips around, then start to settle in. You're always welcome to bend your knees here. Inhale, three-legged dog. Lift your right leg high. Exhale, scorpion your dog. Open your hip and draw some circles into your hip. Make these circles really big and open. Switch directions. Draw your knee into your chest. Take it out. Move it around. Re-extend your leg. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Other side, inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, scorpion dog, bend your knee and start to draw circles into this joint. Draw your knee into your chest, open it out to the side and around. Really accentuate the movement here of your hip joint. Go both ways with your circles. And pause, square your hips, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out, lengthen your spine. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, tiptoe your feet behind your wrists for ragdoll pose. Bend your knees a lot, hang your torso over your thighs, and grab for opposite elbows. Shift more weight forward to the balls of your feet to lift your tailbone higher. Sway side to side, loosen out your neck. Add more length between each vertebra. Release your hands down, slowly roll yourself to a stand. Lift your head last. As you inhale, draw your shoulders up and around. Exhale, release them down your back. Samasthiti. Inhale, mountain pose. Reach your arms up overhead. Pause here and breathe. Press your feet down. And as you exhale, forward fold. Come down with a flat spine. Bend your knees. Release your hands at the bottom. Inhale, halfway lift. Come up halfway. Pause and breathe. Press your palms to your shins. Squeeze your shoulder blades together behind you. Create a flat spine here. Gaze at the floor. Inhale. Exhale, low lunge. Step your right foot back into a low lunge. Widen your stance. Bring your hands inside of your front foot. And then just say hello to your hips. Drop your hips down as you lift your chest higher to open the front of your right thigh. Drop your back knee to the earth for a deeper, more passive stretch. And then if it feels comfortable, you can come down onto your forearms and simply breathe into your hips. Opening your hip flexors on the right side, the outside of your left hip. Any areas of tension, just send your breath there. Come back to your palms, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Inhale, high plank, keep your left leg lifted. Exhale through chaturanga, drop both toes. Inhale, upward facing dog. Lift your knees off the mat. Open your heart forward, pull your shoulders down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Settle into your shape. Place your feet hips width apart, nice and parallel. Inhale, gaze ahead. Exhale, forward fold, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, long flat spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Come all the way back up. Get a little bit taller. Gaze up. Exhale, standing forward fold. Swan dive down. Release your spine. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge on the opposite side. Step your left foot back to a low lunge. Now widen your front foot out to the side of your mat. You can turn your toes out slightly. Stack your knee right over your front ankle. Open up through your back hip flexors. You can stay here lifted on your back toes if you'd like. Or for a deeper, more passive stretch, release your back knee down. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, option to come down to your forearms. Just breathe. Create a little more space in your hip joints. Close your eyes and see if you can focus on sending your breath there. Inhale back to your palms. Exhale, lift your back knee. Inhale, one-legged plank pose. Keep your core strong. Exhale, chaturanga. Bend your elbows backwards. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Press your palms firmly into your mat. Focus on the inner corner of your palms especially. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Sweep up high. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, draw your hands together at your heart center. Now open up to the side. Step your feet a little wider than hips width apart and turn your toes outward. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, bend your knees, come down into a frog squat. You're welcome to play with the distance of your feet. So move them around until you feel like you can settle in. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, drop your hips, sit into your heels. Inhale, rise, use the strength of your legs. Exhale, down into your frog squat. One more time, inhale, take it up. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Your heels can stay lifted here. Reach one of your arms out to the side, and then inhale, stretch your other arm to the sky to increase the opening in your inner thigh and your hips, also in your chest. Press your arm into your thigh. Come back through center and switch it out. Take your fingers to the side. Inhale, reach your opposite arm high. Breathe into the expansion in your chest. Inhale. Exhale, bring both hands back to center. Inhale, rise high. And exhale, turn back forward. Your feet can be hips width apart or together, nice and parallel. Inhale, chair pose, sit low, reach high. Sit your weight into your heels to feel your quads and glutes engage. Breathe in. And exhale, forward. Airplane your arms, sweep your hands back. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, airplane your arms, open your heart forward. Inhale, chair pose, reach up. Exhale, sweep your arms back, sit lower. Inhale, single leg mountain pose. Lift your right knee to 90 degrees. Pause and breathe. Align your ankle under your knee, flex your foot. Create a 90-degree bend with your lifted leg. Inhale. Exhale to airplane pose. Carefully send your foot back behind you. Push through the heel of your lifted foot and then lower your hips in line with one another. Use your core and softly land. Inhale, crescent lunge, high lunge pose. Sweep your arms up overhead. Pause and breathe. Create a 90-degree stack with your front leg and neutralize your pelvis. Lift your frontal hip points. To increase the stretch, bend your back knee slightly. Draw your core in. Breathe and lengthen your spine. Exhale, warrior two pose. Open to the side. Settle in. Stack your front knee right over your front ankle. Press the outer edge of your back foot down into the mat to find more strength through your back leg. Inhale, reverse warrior. Take your front hand up overhead. Pause and breathe. Rebend into your front knee and then lift up out of your front hip. Square your shoulders. Inhale. Exhale. Plant your hands. Inhale, one-legged plank. Exhale, one-legged chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. You can always use 2 feet through your plank and chaturanga if you wish. One more breath here. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold, top of your mat. Lengthen your neck and spine. Inhale, halfway lift. Bend your knees slightly. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Sit low, reach high. Exhale, airplane your arms. Sweep your hands back. Flash your heart forward. Inhale, chair pose. Reach up. Sit low. Exhale, airplane your arms. Open your heart. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, airplane your arms. Inhale, single leg mountain pose. Lift your left knee to 90 degrees. Balance on your right foot. Square your hips. Take a big breath in. Lengthen your spine. As you exhale, send your heel behind you and your torso parallel to the earth. Find your balance here. Push back through your heel as you reach through the crown of your head. Drop your left hip in line with your right, and then softly land towards the back of your mat. Inhale, crescent lunge pose. Bend into your front knee. Reach your arms overhead. Soften your back knee to help level out your hips. And then lengthen through your entire spine. Breathe in. Exhale, warrior two pose. Open to the side, bend into your front knee. Point your front toes straight ahead and push down through the outer edge of your back foot. Keep your shoulders right over your hips. Draw your shoulder blades together behind you. Inhale, reverse warrior. Sweep your front arm up and back. Rebend into your front knee. Lift up and out of your front hip. Create space between your ribs. Breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, low lunge. Send your foot behind you, one-legged plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, lengthen your spine. Roll yourself up to a stand once more. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, draw your hands into heart center. Reconnect with your breath. Open to the side once more. Take your feet wider than hips width apart. Turn your toes out. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, bend your knees. Come into your frog squat once more. Shift your hips around. Get into the joint. And take your hands behind you. Have a seat on your mat. Butterfly, your knees out wide. Bring the soles of your feet together for a Baddha Konasana hip stretch. You can keep your hands behind you or bring your hands to your feet or in front of you. As you inhale, lengthen your spine. As you exhale, hinge forward from your hips. Use your elbows to encourage your knees down a little bit more. Keep a long, flat spine as you bend forward over your feet. Opportunity to press your knees out wider using the strength of your arms. And then outstretch your right leg, bend your left knee into your inner right thigh. Inhale, lengthen, rotate over your straight leg, and exhale, fold forward. You're welcome to keep a bent knee here, but keep your foot flexed, your leg active. Focus on a long spine, and keep your breath flowing as you fold. A lot of hip opening exercises here in this yoga practice because we use our hips so much. It's such an important joint to keep lubricated and healthy. Switch out your legs, bend your opposite leg, straighten out your other leg, scooch around until you feel stable on both sits bones, bend your knee if your hamstrings are really tight. You're welcome to keep your hands behind you, stay upright like that if that's a stretch, or walk your hands in front of you if you can keep your back long and flat. Begin to bow over your straight leg. Keep your foot flexed, your leg active, and allow yourself to fold deeper with each exhale. With each inhale, lengthen. With each exhale, fold. Slowly rise back up. Straighten both legs. Give them a shake. Place your feet on your mat and roll down onto your back. Draw your right knee into your chest. Find a half happy baby pose. Widen your knee towards your armpit around your rib cage. You can hold onto the back of your thigh, or if accessible, grab onto your foot. Encourage your opposite hip down with your other hand to keep your hips square, and really breathe into your right hip. And draw your knee into your chest. Inhale. Exhale, supine twist. Scoot your hips over so they stack, and then guide your knee across your body. Keep both of your shoulder blades down onto your mat. Face your palm up to the sky. Draw your knee to one side as you take your closed-eyed gaze to the other side. Gently come out of that. Draw both knees in, switch it out, lengthen your right leg, draw your left knee into your chest for half happy baby. Pull onto the back of your left thigh, bring your knee towards your armpit, and then either keep your hand on your thigh or grab for your foot. Press your right hip down with your right hand to even your hips out. Breathe into your left hip. And slowly transition. Draw your knee into your chest. Give it a squeeze around your rib cage. Breathe in. As you exhale, take your left arm out. Scoot your hips to the left and then draw your knee across your body over to the right. Stack your left hip on top of your right. Melt both shoulder blades back onto your mat. And complete the twist by gazing at your extended left hand. With each inhale, find length. With each exhale, find depth. Unwind, bring both of your knees into your chest. Give yourself one last squeeze of gratitude. Tense every muscle in your entire body. Breathe in. Exhale, Shavasana. Final relaxation pose. Stretch your arms and legs out long. Back where we began. Close your eyes. Allow yourself this time to rest. You're welcome to stay here as long as you'd like. The longer, the better. Or start to reawaken with some subtle movements of your fingers, of your toes, your ankles, of your wrists. Inhale, stretch long overhead. Exhale, roll over to your favorite side. Pause in the fetal position. Slowly make your way up to a comfortable cross-legged seat. Sit evenly through your sits bones. Lengthen your spine. Close your eyes. Unite your palms at heart center. Have a breath of gratitude for yourself and all the hard work you've put in over the last 12 weeks. I bow forward to you. Namaste.